Welcome to Ken's Corner with Aaron Moses. Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself part of the family. I've taken to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself my friend. Consider yourself part of the show today. There isn't a lot to spare. Who cares? Whatever we got, we share. Today on Ken's Corner Talent Talk, we have Aaron Moses from Brooklyn, Michigan. I've known Aaron for 20 years. You're going to enjoy what we have to say and talk about today. So remember, consider yourself my friend. We'll have a little laugh. For after some consideration as we talk, consider yourself a guest. A talent talk. Hello, welcome back to Ken's Corner. Today we have special guest Aaron Moses.
If the witch was here, you wouldn't need ask no how.
Listen, I'm sorry about your brother. I know I wasn't the nicest to him, but you know,
Great clip, Aaron. What movie was that from?
That's from Sinister Squad.
Oh, now I heard that's a huge international hit. You played two parts, right?
I played Tweedledee and Tweedledum.
All right, that sounds good. Tweedledee and Tweedledummer, right? Maybe?
That's right.
Well, we're all looking forward to hearing your wonderful voice. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Moses singing from the Spitfire Room.
There's things they never teach you in a country school. There's things you gotta find out for your own. I may be slow, but even so I finally know that I don't want to live my life alone. That is until the day you came along. And now that outbound train has one less passenger, it's here in this wide woods that we belong. It's here in this wide woods that we belong.
See what I told you, folks? What a great voice. Well, the reason Aaron's dressed like this is he had auditioned via tape for a brand new Broadway musical, never before seen.
Over about 20 years.
Now, tell me, so you were on cruise ships for quite a while, too.
I did that too for a long time, yeah.
I want to be an actor. What show did you do that said, boy, I want to be an actor?
1985.
Okay.
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
Monty Long directed and musical
Okay.
directed, and I was just in the chorus, but I was hooked.
You were hooked. How old were you when you first started singing?
Started singing when I was 12.
Wow. Now, what was your first paid gig?
My first paid gig was a commercial I did with Bill Kerr from Jackson.
Oh, okay.
Like 19 maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
19. I thought you got paid before that, but that's...
No, I think that was the first time, but the first full-time professional entertainment job I had was at Busch Gardens when I was 21.
Okay, what'd you do?
That was a little after that.
What'd you do at Busch Gardens?
I was in a show called Bel Canto Italiano. It's an Italian review show.
Okay.
And I did that for 2 years at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Well, you know, I auditioned for Busch Gardens in Florida, but they wanted gymnasts, and I didn't want to break my wrists and ankles flipping on the concrete, so I passed on that. That's great. Now, what's your favorite role of all times? Your most favorite role you've ever performed?
Favorite roles. I would probably say Roger in Grease. I got to play Grease, play Roger in Grease at Sierra Repertory Theater in Central California when I was 35.
Wow.
And that was the best summer I've ever had. We did Grease for 3 months in the mountains. It was great.
I saw that too. It's on. I think we can see it on YouTube. Great job. He's funny, of course. You know, he's actually. We've been in a few shows. We were in Guys and Dolls together, right, in Jackson. What was your best review you ever got when you did shows?
Probably for Grease and Sierra Repertory Theater. The reviewer from San Francisco said I had basically an amazing tenor voice, so that was nice.
That's true. I remember seeing it. You and that girl sang Mooning. It was
That's right, we did, yeah.
your voice rocks, as they could see from when you sang Forest for the Trees. But what was your worst review?
Worst review is probably when there's no review. When they tell the story, in the review, like, this is the story of da-da-da-da-da. And in the cast is Aaron Moses, John Schmo, and...
Who do you emulate and who do you model your career after, would you say?
I don't really try to compare myself to anybody. There's an old adage that goes, compare and despair.
I like it.
I like to draw from different people, but I'm a bigger guy, so I would say I'm a lot like James Gandolfini in physicality, and I like he has a wide range.
All right.
He's played a lot of different roles, from a gangster to a husband type. And also Nathan Lane, who's a great singer, and he's just a funny performer. So those two guys together, I think, if they got together and had children, I would probably be their kid.
I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that. Well, you kind of have a Gandolfini going in that Sinister Squad, kind of.
Little bit, yeah.
A little bit of a tough guy, but you have some sensitivity. I mean, you run the whole gamut of emotions with that. That short scene that we saw is actually very strong. Very, very strong.
Well, once they took away my Prozac, I was able to really get to some darker places more easily,
I didn't think you could afford Prozac. You had amateur Zac. That's
right.
That's
right.
Story.
The dollar store version.
Okay, now back to this. How did we first meet? How did we get to know each other? Do you remember?
Well, you never really talked to me because you were a lead, and I was in the chorus.
Okay, well, I was a couple of years older than you. I was Nathan Detroit, and you were the trombone player. But I think I saw you in one of your big roles. What was your first big role in Jackson?
Brighton Beach Memoirs, probably.
Okay, yeah.
I was about 19.
Now, you got good reviews with that, I remember.
Yeah, that was a good show.
That was a real good show. Great, a lot of the
cast.
local, I remember. That was
the
great.
Landmans were in that.
Yeah.
Chris Whalen was in that.
Great people.
Jamie Eisler was in that.
That's true. Jamie and I were, and Mike Reed and Dion, we were in Sugar together, and I taught them how to tap dance.
I remember.
Were you in Sugar?
Yes, and you did some of the choreography for us, I think. Didn't you do the...
Oh, yep.
Da, 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 da,
We had two Rose Queens in there.
We had a bunch of queens in there, didn't we?
No, Rose Queens.
Oh, Rose Queens,
This is a family kind of a little show here.
Yeah.
Now, okay, so...
Only in America can any man be queen, Only in America.
We won't go there. But anyway, Aaron, so if you could play any role, which role would you like to play?
Jean Valjean.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Jean Valjean.
Yeah, we're that.
Or the Phantom too. The Phantom's a great role.
You got the vocal chops for both of those, and your acting. You could. Well, actually, didn't you have a chance to audition for?
I've auditioned for Les Mis a couple times. I had just auditioned for the tour a couple weeks ago.
See, and that was a callback. I remember.
Yeah.
See. Well, you're so close.
Baby steps.
That's right. They just don't know the talent that we see with you every single day.
Nice.
The last thing I'd like to say is, what do you have coming up on your career? Well, we already talked about this huge audition for Broadway. Anything else future coming up?
I'm waiting on independent film to have a screening here in Los Angeles called "You Have a Nice Flight."
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to screen during the holidays. Okay. It's been at 20 film festivals all over the world. It's won about 10 awards. Best comedy, best leading actor. I play a very bitter, obnoxious businessman named Buck.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty fun. But the movie itself is great. It's a great writer, great cast. So I'm looking forward to that red carpet soon.
We're looking forward to it too. And remember, it's Aaron Moses. I'm going to have his contact information with his manager and his website so you can see everything he's done. A lot of experience from Brooklyn, Michigan. We're just down the street.
You got to put a space there. You got to say Brooklyn, Michigan.
Oh, okay. Brooklyn, Michigan. But anyway, we want to thank everyone for joining us on Ken's Corner with Aaron Moses. We'll see you next week.